Hi, I'm Dr. Garima Srivastava. I'm a counseling psychologist by profession, and I also teach psychology to undergraduate students at the University of Delhi. In my last video, I was talking about children who are in the age group of 4 to about 8 and 9, and what parents should do if they want to have a conversation with them about the ongoing COVID-19, the kind of things that they should keep in mind, what they should tell them, what they shouldn't. Well, in this video, again, I would like to talk about the same age group of children and what are the things that parents can keep in mind if they want to make this experience with their children memorable. And when I talk about this experience, I mean being with them at home, making the most of it, because little children learn a lot just by looking at us. So why not be a good role models to them and also do little things that strengthens our bond with them. So the first thing that we can keep in mind is to remember that we are sufficient, we are enough for them. um, the schools are shut and they are really not interacting with any other set of people as much as they usually do, and in the absence of the regular things that they otherwise would do, they would be spending more time with you now, and you could use this opportunity to strengthen the communication channel between you and your child, which means that you could talk to them about the ongoing coronavirus, scare or whatever it is that they might be processing. You could talk to them about anything that they are fearing, they're anxious about. You could give them reassurance. You could kind of, give them that love and affection that they're looking for, basically emotionally being there for them. But not just with regard to the ongoing pandemic, you could also use this time to strengthen your communication with them otherwise, hearing about their day, their feelings, what are the things that they like, they don't like, and you could do the same with them. So basically, you talk about your day, they talk about their day, and these are the kind of things that would help build a good, strong relationship with your child. The second thing that you could do is, apart from just monitoring what your child is doing or what they should be doing with regard to any academics that they have to do or any other extracurricular activity that they are a part of through online platforms, you could also take this opportunity to try and understand the person that your child is becoming, their likes, their needs, what kind of an identity are they forming. So instead of telling them what to do, this could be a great time to maintain some control, but at the same time giving them some autonomy to make their own little decisions. So you could ask them for suggestions as to when would they like to do something, or how they would like to clear up their room, or do they take the responsibility of doing something that they want to do. So it's a great way to inculcate some kind of self discipline, and it would also give them a lot of self confidence. The third thing that you could do to make the most of this time is to do a lot of activities together. You could, engage in a lot of things together. And when I say activity, of course, I mean creative things also. Like you could be drawing, painting, dancing, singing, making a collage with some old pictures, things like that. But also simple things like, kind of doing chores together or dividing responsibilities and making sure that each one does their own part. Just little things that make the time that you spend at home um, more memorable and quality based. So, this could mean that it's not only strengthening your bond with your child, but also between different members of the family. So, that is something that you could keep in mind. The next thing that I feel they would value a lot by is if they see you be a good role model. I know there's a lot of pressure that parenting brings with it, and we did discuss in the last video how your reactions to stressful situations actually helps them learn how they should deal with theirs. So if you get very anxious and you panic a lot, they would tend to kind of pick that up. But if you're able to deal with your stressors in a way that is constructive, they would learn that as well. So, what are the other things that they will learn from you during this time? They will learn problem solving abilities, they will learn how to be more flexible, how to be compassionate towards others. If you're calling up and checking up on your friends and family, they're going to watch that. The way you talk about helping other people during this time, they are going to, kind of take notice of those things. So you could be a great role model. You could also be a role model by showing how you can manage multiple things together, take on new responsibilities, help other members of the family, because these little children really pick up these small nuances from their parents. The last thing that I would probably urge you to do as a psychologist and also a mother is to have fixed routines for every member of the family. During the lockdown, it's very easy for everyone to get enmeshed together, not have boundaries, not respect what each one of us is expected to be doing with regard to our roles and jobs. So it's important for them to have a routine because it will help them feel more um, structured in terms of what their day is going to be like. It'll help them feel more safe and reassured and have a greater sense of control. They'll have something meaningful to look forward to. And for you, it is also important because you are working, you need to finish some chores or your deadlines, but also because this would allow your child to learn and respect that there are going to be certain demarcated times for everyone in the family to be doing their own thing. So everyone's individually doing their own activities, but then everyone also comes together and does joint activities like eating a meal together or cleaning up together or doing playing a fun game together. So having a routine is extremely important because even for children, they are used to routines and they thrive on routines. So you could actually set certain routines as well for everyone in the family. So these are five things that you could keep in mind when you think about having a great time with your children during this lockdown period. I know there are many challenges, but then, like we all know, we're all dealing with very new novel times, and each one of us is learning how to make the most of it and cope with little challenges every day. So, here is to having a great time with your children and making the most of it. Thank you for watching. And if you have any more suggestions, please list them below. Thank you so much.